Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to my fashion bunker. Today is Star Wars time. Now, for those of you who are not huge fans of Star Wars, just stop watching this video. Otherwise, stick with me. I'm a huge fan and I love Star Wars so much, and I have seen The Force Awakens. This will be a spoiler review. And if you have seen it, stick with me because I have a couple of points to discuss with you. Otherwise, move along, guys, because I do not want to spoil the movie for you. Watch it, enjoy it. I loved it personally, but I mean, you know, make up your own minds. Don't watch this video if you have not seen the movie, and don't wish to spoil it for yourselves, because there are some truths coming out in The Force Awakens that you need to see in the movie, and not just listen to Super Dacob telling you what these things are. Anyway, so you are warned. Moving on. This video is particularly, it's a short review. A couple of points I wanted to touch base on, and also it's kind of a critique, but at the same time maybe a positive or negative critique. It's the fact that Disney, now that Disney owns the rights to Star Wars, the franchise, they have literally sold it to everybody. Star Wars is everywhere. Like from Primark to H&M to here, look at that, Kraft macaroni and cheese. I mean, look, this is what I got at Walmart, like macaroni and cheese, Star Wars, and C-3PO on it, on the cover. On the other side, here you have him. Then, of course, inside is this really funny poster of "I sense a great hunger in you." Darth Vader selling us the macaroni and cheese, which I think is kind of really adorable in a way. I mean, if you're a geek for these things like I am, you're really into that then. Then I got Disney at the Disney parks on the day of the release. They were giving out these free brooches of BB-8. Oh, brooch, no, it's a pin actually. So it says, "This item is not a toy." Reminds us of Moschino a little bit, doesn't it? Then, of course, you go to see the 3D movie, you get the 3D glasses. Star Wars The Force Awakens. You get the Stormtrooper 3D glasses. Oh, my nose is itchy. Then what else do you have? Like Moleskine. Now, of course, the glasses you need to watch the movie, so I guess that makes sense. But the Moleskine books or notebooks. Look at this one, it's so cool. It's the Kylo Ren edition. Star Wars Awakens ruled notebook from Moleskine, basically. There you have it. Left high so you can see him. So even Moleskine is like doing it. We've known since forever that Lego does Star Wars, but here you have it again. Now this is not the episode 7. This is the carbon freezing chamber with Han Solo. So, I mean, what else I have here? Bags that are, you know, branded with Star Wars. We have C-3PO and R2-D2. And also the jacket. Now, the jacket is from Uniqlo, and also Uniqlo kind of bought the rights. Now, they also have like TIE fighters printed all over the jacket, all sorts of different variations of sweaters, t-shirts, but I really like this. It's, what does it have? Like feathers inside. It's like a dawn jacket, but it's an interlayer jacket, so you're supposed to wear it underneath another jacket in winter because it's very, very thin, but it's adorable. And it has a hood, and you can just like isolate yourself and live in your little house. That's how it works. So, all right, let me open this up a little bit because I am sweaty. It's hot in the fashion bunker today. Now, as far as the review goes, I liked it. Yes, it reminds us of A New Hope, and yes, there are parts of the story that could have been dealt with in another way, but all in all, it was a great Star Wars movie for whoever has not seen Star Wars ever before, not even episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, or the other series, or has not read any Expanded Universe books. Like for a kid today, you know, like for a kid that's like 12 years old, whatever, 10 years old, I don't know how old you have to be to see it, or how young you're allowed to be in order to still be able to see it, depending on what country you're in. I think for those kids, this movie will be like it was for the kids back in 78 or 79 when A New Hope came out. It's going to be like an amazing universe that's discovered. And Kylo Ren, Adam Driver, amazing. You know, now that's one of the points I'm going to talk to you about. Spoiler alerts. So Kylo Ren says that he wants to finish what his grandfather, Darth Vader, has begun, right? We hear him say that. Now, but then at the same time, you know, Kylo Ren kills his father. He kills Han Solo. So that's another issue. And then why would he do that if he wants to finish what Darth Vader began? Now, with Darth Vader, and this is the thing, Kylo Ren was part of Luke Skywalker's kind of school for the new Jedi, whatever, after episode 6. So he allegedly or apparently turned evil on him or bad on him and left. And so now, you know, Luke Skywalker was so depressed because of this, he decided to leave and seek out the first ever Jedi Temple. So Luke Skywalker's not in the movie, which is also a great choice because had we seen Luke Skywalker at the beginning of the movie, we would not have given a half a shit for the new characters that came along. So it was necessary, very, very, very intelligent from whoever plotted out the strategy behind this movie to move away Luke Skywalker for now, because otherwise he would have magnetized our attention only to him. So anyway, what I was trying to say is, now if he did study under Luke Skywalker probably did tell Kylo that last scene where the rest of the universe could not see, but we as viewers saw, and he saw, when Darth Vader kills the Emperor, Darth Vader actually turns good. You know, he's redeemed, and we have that last moment when he's a good person. Now we always hear or heard from everybody, from Padme Amidala to even Yoda, I think in some instances in the first 3 episodes, that there's good in him, or that there is still good in him. Padme Amidala is dying on her deathbed while she's giving birth to her 2 babies, and she says there's still good in him. Then she cries and dies. Now, I am sure Luke Skywalker, during the teaching of Kylo Ren, I'm sure he told him what happened before Darth Vader died, that he turned good, that he killed the Emperor. So if if the movie begins with Kylo Ren saying that he will finish what Darth Vader began, unless he wasn't talking to somebody else while we have a visual of Darth Vader's broke up, bashed up mask, but if he was indeed talking to the bashed up mask, then we would, you know, the logic behind it would be, to me personally, that he now has his own plot to fulfill his grandfather's original plan. In fact, to support this theory now, when Han Solo kind of is on that bridge thing on the, what's it called, the Star Killer, the new Death Star, whatever it's called, the Death Star 3.0. Of course, we all kind of got the hint. The minute Han Solo is coming onto that kind of bridgy thing, we think, oh fuck, he's gonna die. Hopefully not. But in fact, though, before he falls and plummets to his doom, Kylo says something in the lines of, "Will you help me finish this or do this? Will you help me?" And Han said, "Yes, of course. I'll do anything. I'll do what needs to be done, basically." And then Kylo kind of stabs him with his sword-a-majingy lightsaber, self-made concoction, and Han plummets to his death, but he's still not dead, and we don't see him die. And as we know in comic books or movies like this, if a character doesn't die on screen, he might still be alive. So he might still be alive, and in fact, why would Kylo ask him, "Oh, hey, listen, will you help me finish this?" And then Han says, "Yeah, of course I will." So to me, it feels like they had some sort of agreement, something that had happened before. And Han knows that the Kylo has a plan to kind of stop the evil. I mean, maybe, you know, this is just my supposition. Maybe I'm totally wrong. This is just my wishful thinking that Han is not dead in reality, that something, when he was falling down, saved him in some miraculous way. Also hoping, because now that Harrison Ford seems to be way more happy to be acting in the Star Wars movies than he was back in the day. At least this is the impression everybody has everybody got till now from all of the interviews that he has been giving, and in general, like the attitude that he had towards, you know, Star Wars Episode 7. So he might really want to return as well. Plus this Rogue Nation, whatever it's called, the kind of the mythology or the trilogy mythology or anthology mythology movies that should be coming out next year are supposed to be like the past life or the young life of Han Solo. So maybe Harrison Ford is going to be in there as well. You know, it's going to be flashbacks to him young, maybe him older again. You never know. But I'm just hoping that kind of something happened that he's not dead. I mean, of course, maybe he really is dead and it was necessary to kind of bring balance to the Force again. We don't know. But that's kind of a point where I think the way he reacted to Kylo killing him, it felt like, oh, you know, maybe it was really necessary. It was like some sort of sacrifice that needed to be done, and both of them know for what true reason the sacrifice is happening. Another point that was interesting to me is I have watched gazillion videos on YouTube, all sorts of reviews. I've seen the movie twice till now. I will be seeing it the third time in a couple of days again. And right off the bat, what was it, the 17th or the 18th of December, saw it immediately and watched dozens and dozens and dozens of reviews on it because I'm really interested in what you guys have to say about Star Wars The Force Awakens, especially the fans out there. And there are a lot of YouTube channels dedicated especially and only to Star Wars. It's amazing the passion that's out there for Star Wars, and there are a few really incredible spoiler video reviews on the subject, but there was one in particular that brought a certain topic out, and I can't remember who it was exactly, but if I do kind of do my homework and do the research right, I will post it in the description box down below, the link to this channel's video. If I manage to find it again, because I've seen thousands of them, and I really went through everything from big channels to little channels. Everybody, I saw everything. I saw videos that were so blurry you didn't even know if it was Jabba reviewing the video or if it was a human being. But anyway, I saw everything. I'm really extremely obsessed by this. So now what I want to talk about is Leia. And she doesn't go by Princess Leia anymore. She goes by Commander Officer Leia or something like that. Now, Carrie Fisher is still portraying Leia, thank God. Carrie Fisher is amazing. Now, one of these bigger YouTube channels, I think it was, or little, I don't know, said that, oh, but we noticed that Carrie Fisher hasn't acted in a while. Carrie Fisher, my dear, if you are, I'm sure you're not, but if you were ever to stumble across my video right now, and if you're interested in watching something like this, rest assured that you stole the show. Now, for several reasons. First of all, as far as, not as her acting goes, but as far as the character of Leia, some people have criticized the fact that she did not show much emotion after her, you know, the partner of a lifetime. We don't know what went down in the last 20-30 years between Han Solo and Leia, why they were separated, but they did have a kid or two, we don't know, together. For now, we know they had one kid, but there's a sneaky suspicion there were more than one kids. But we'll find that out in the next episode. Coming out in May 2017 or something like that. Well, anyway, so after Han dies, I mean, she's also sensitive to the Force, right? So after as Han Solo is falling, she's with the rest of the they're not called rebels anymore. They're the Resistance. She kind of sits down in her resistance bunker and goes like. But she keeps it together. Now, a lot of people have criticized the fact that she doesn't go all berserk and crazy, all like Sicilian widow lady on the fact that Han is now gone. Well, and you know, my personal comment to that is, guys, I mean, Princess Leia is a princess. She's royalty. If the Queen of England's hubby would die or perish in any way, she would not be all over the place, like snapping it and crying and tearing her weave off and, you know, she would hold it together. You have to remain poised. You are the leader of the Resistance. You know what I mean? In fact, I thought that was so emotionally charged because only her eyes spoke. You know? That pain that you see in her eyes, it was just on the verge of tears. It really, like that solitude, that loneliness that you felt. And that's when Carrie Fisher kicks in. And that's the moment where Leia and Carrie are one. Because as we know, or as some of you know, Carrie Fisher has not had an easy life, and she had quite a few complications in her life psychologically, and I mean a lot of stress, and I'm just talking about this just because she's talking about it. I mean, she made even a show about it, you know, a one-man show, and she was brilliant in it, by the way, talking about her life and her past and her growing up as the child of Debbie Reynolds and so on and so forth, and the complications that come along being, you know, Hollywood royalty, literally, and then getting the role of Princess Leia in the original first A New Hope movie. She is royalty. She's not just Leia. Not just is Leia royalty, and hence the emotions, she keeps them to herself. She's poised, she's regal, she's elegant. But Carrie Fisher is Hollywood royalty too, and she plays it to a T. And also, in the scene before that, I mean, when Han is still alive and he comes to greet her, and they haven't seen each other apparently, or so we feel, because they haven't seen each other for quite a while, and they're going to see each other again, surprisingly so, because they're on a planet where he wasn't expecting her to be, or to arrive to land to save them, but actually the day has already been saved. But anyway, as she exits her spaceship, craft, whatever it is, and they see each other for the first time, a lot of people have described that situation as quite awkward, and have described the whole editing of that segment where they come and hug and talk about their son as quite awkward. I found it perfect. I found it one of the best parts of the movie. Why is it awkward and different than the rest of the movie? Because that tension that they have between them is crucial to the future happenings of this story. Because what they did, what the kids or kid that they had or have, you know, how they raised them, what happened there, that's going to be imperative to why and how Kylo Ren turns to whatever he's going to turn to, dark or light side, we don't know yet, even though, of course, killing his father and, not allowing, but approving the fact that, 5 or 6 planets are just going to be blown to smithereens just like that. Of course, you say he's unredeemable. But that relationship between them, which we don't know what happened in the last 20, 30 years. We just see what happens now after they re-meet. It's like we see them for the first time as well. As they do, after so many years of not seeing each other, they meet again, and we meet them again. So it's like a menage a trois in a way. It's like a trilogy. It's like a triangle, basically. It's us seeing them again after so many years, and them seeing each other after so many years, and them in front of us after so many years. And in fact, they're playing it cool. Of course, you're going to play it cool. I mean, life goes on. You know, her life went on in the resistance. She had a lot to do. She's leading the resistance, and he's doing whatever he's doing. And they're both really sad that their son left them, and that they lost their son in a way. And so now they meet again, and it's going to be awkward. And even more so should be the editing to emphasize the awkward situation at the moment. But still, look at her eyes, guys, whenever you watch Leia or Carrie Fisher, whatever you want. When she hugs Han, and we saw that also in the trailer, those eyes, I mean, they speak worlds of pain, maybe even remorse, solitude, a lot of solitude. I feel so much solitude there in her way of behaving, and especially looking, you know. And then when Rey returns, Han is dead, and everybody's cheering that they won this battle, that the Star Destroyer, whatever it's called, the Death Star 3.0, I'm going to call it at this point because I don't know what the real name of it is destroyed, and a couple of them return back home of the Resistance fighters, and Rey is back as well, and they're all cheering in one group, and then we have this isolated, just Leia and Rey together hugging. It's a sad moment. It was so emotional and sad. Amazing. Anyway, what I wanted to say is, at this point, we don't know. A lot of people are thinking that Rey is Leia's daughter, or that she might be Luke's daughter. I'm still not sold on either one of the two theories. I mean, either Leia doesn't want to tell her that she's her daughter because she wants to protect her, because she doesn't want her to also turn bad like Kylo Ren. But at the same time, it's hard to keep these things secret from them, from the kids, especially because Rey is so Force sensitive and can read minds, and it's just like effortlessly the Force has awakened within Rey. That's why the movie's called The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens, they should have just added, well, they weren't gonna add it, obviously, for spoiler reasons, but the actual movie should be called The Force Awakens within Rey. Because she nailed it, and Rey, I mean, acting wise, yes, she also nailed it completely. Kylo Ren also nailed it. I mean, these new characters are incredible. Seeing Chewie alone in the Millennium Falcon with Rey was heartbreaking. And a lot of people love the last scene that they shot in Ireland with Rey finally finding Luke. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of the kind of turning camera, like the helicopter, whatever they were filming in, turning around them, and she's like holding the lightsaber towards Luke. It was a bit pathetic. It could have been done more epic, less pathetic. It was kept too real in a way, like, but not real in a good way, more like real like in a cheap documentary way, not elegant documentary. So yes, of course, Luke Skywalker turns around and he has his hood on. You don't know who's going to be there. I mean, she arrived somewhere and somebody's going to turn around. It could have been anybody, you know. For all we know, it could have been the Emperor still alive or cloned or whatever. But no, it's Luke. He turns around. He has his metallic hand, his robot hand, and pulls the hood off. And the pain in his eyes is also extremely visible, extremely strong, extremely present. And no words are spoken. She just kind of shows him that she has the lightsaber that he lost in The Empire Strikes Back. I'm a huge fan of the Star Wars franchise, whether it's breaking everything down, Legos, or other stuff, whatever it is. But most of all, I am definitely an enormous fan of Carrie Fisher. So thank you, Carrie, for delivering this, even though short on screen time, Leia, but thank you so much anyway. And to all of you, let me know in the comment section down below what you think about Star Wars The Force Awakens, if you have seen it already. If not, and you've seen this video, I'm sorry for having, spoiled it for you, but I did warn you at the beginning. And let me also know your considerations about the entire Leia topic and the entire Carrie Fisher topic and the Kylo Ren topic between the dark and the light, and also, I haven't spoken about it in this review, but I would really like to know your opinions before I make up my final mind on Snoke. So, what are your opinions on Snoke and who he really is? Okay, love you guys. Take care. See you soon. Don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and comment. Love you. Bye. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed my video, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out some of my other videos. I'm also on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So come on over guys and join the fun.